How to manifest anything in 4 minutes using the teachings and concepts of Neville Goddard. Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Success Coach. And today we are soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle, and we're always flying in the direction of your dreams and your goals. Really, it only takes 4 minutes to manifest a miracle in your life. But I want to remind you to visit us at miraclehypnosisonline.com. Write that down, miraclehypnosisonline.com. Claim your free 3 days. Try it for 3 days. You're going to absolutely be delighted. So now let's talk about this whole notion that you can create a miracle, you can create something fantastic, an incredible relationship, a lot of money, whatever it is you desire in your life in 4 minutes. Let's go back to the teachings of Neville Goddard. He talks about a parable in the Bible where 10 lepers are all cured by the Master Jesus. And Jesus tells them to go off and show that they have been cured. And they all run off, but one comes back and thanks Jesus, gets on his knees and thanks him for his healing of leprosy, which could be anything back then. Could have been a skin disease. We don't know. But the bottom line is the man showed extreme gratitude. And that's so important. And Jesus told him to rise up and to go upon his way, that he was fully healed and complete. Now, I'm not quoting the Bible on this, but you can look it up in the book of Luke. The point that Neville's making is that out of 10 people, only one was showing gratitude. If you are living a life of gratitude, you're not only going to receive initially what you receive from the universe, you're going to receive so much more, as did the one person who came back and showed gratitude. So the real question, high flyers, is are you grateful for everything that you already have received? The love you have received, money, prosperity, health, whatever it is. Be in a state of gratitude. Now, let's get into the notion of Jesus. Neville wants you to understand that God is within you. That Jesus, if you want to look for Jesus, you don't need to go to a church. You don't need to look through all kinds of books and scriptures. You can find Jesus within you. What Neville is really saying here is God is within you and you are within God. We are within God and God is within us. It's kind of a paradox that's difficult to understand. But the truth of the matter is that there's a macro and a microcosm, and they both intertwine within each other. So if you're looking for that miracle, if you're looking for that Savior to change your life, look within yourself. That's what Neville is teaching here. So I think the big secret to this is your imagination and your visualization can connect to source energy, what we call source, or the universe, or Jesus, or God, because God has no boundaries. God has no limits. God can create anything, and God is within you. If you want to look at God, look in the mirror. So I think what Neville is really saying, and that's important, is if you are not grasping the magnitude of what you are and who you are and the power within you, then you're never going to get this. You're always going to be trying. You're always going to be in a state of wanting, but you're never going to be in a state of creating. The creative force of the universe All of it. Every last drop, and it's infinite, is within you. Say it. It's within me. When you say it and you believe it and you start to live your life that way, you'll realize that you can create. You don't have to sit there and wonder about what's going on in the world. Is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? You create the reality that you desire and you want for your life. So in order to get this manifestation, we have to akin it to something. We have to liken it to something. And Neville's likening it to getting pregnant. Once you are pregnant, there's not a whole lot to do, right? You've done it. You're pregnant or you've gotten someone pregnant and you sit back and you let it happen. And it grows and it matures and eventually 9 months later, there's a baby. The same is true with your manifestation according to Neville Goddard. That's the key. It's not trying to overwork it or trying to take control of it through physical 3D actions. It's allowing the vibratory work that you have created in this 4-minute exercise to do the work all by itself. So step 1, high flyers, is to put yourself in a deep state of relaxation. Naturally, you're going to want to turn off the phone, unplug everything, and put yourself in a darkened room where you can be alone. And begin breathing in through your nose for 3 seconds, out through the mouth for 6 seconds. Now, that breath rhythm will put you in a deeper state of consciousness. It'll bring you into that theta state. And it's in that theta state that it's kind of that state you are in, when you're waking up in the morning or when you're just falling asleep at night. That wonderful state of consciousness where you can connect with your subconscious mind. Why do you want to connect with your subconscious? Because it is the connecting link to the infinite, to source, to God. So next, high flyers, step number 2 is you're going to want to take your intention and you're going to want to see it. You're going to want to feel it. You're going to want to believe it. See it, feel it, believe it. And you're going to see it and feel it and believe it and work yourself up into a frenzy to the point where, it's there. It's manifested and you're so excited. You've got to work yourself up, build yourself up energetically, emotionally. And you're going to do that over about 3 or 4 minutes. And you're just going to get so excited. I don't care if you're yelling. I don't care if you're screaming. I don't care if you're speaking in tongues. It doesn't make a difference. What does make a difference is that you're building up the energy, building up the force, building up the enthusiasm, building up the excitement, not by wanting it, but by believing that you have already created it. And when you are ready, after about 3 to 4 minutes of making this the most intense visualization that you've ever experienced, you're going to explode. And what do I mean by explode? You're going to let the power go out of you. There's a beautiful parable in the Bible where Jesus is touched by a woman who had been hemorrhaging for many, many years. And she says, if I could just touch his cloak. And she touches his cloak, and the Bible says, and he felt the power go out of him. I want you to feel, after you've built up that energy, that psychic sexual energy, I want you to feel the power go out of you and let it go. Let it go. I seal it usually with the sign of Harpocrat. left finger on the lips. You don't have to do it that way. You can just bring your hands together, but let it go. Feel the power of the universe that was flowing through you go out of you. And now, high flyers, lie in silence. Don't think about anything. Don't wonder about anything. Don't try anything. Don't do anything. Don't go after it. Don't try for it. Don't call it. I know some of you. You always want to call. You always want to send a text. Got to take control. Because if you do that, you kill the energy. And you say to the universe, you say, look, I don't trust you. I've got to do this myself. You're a co-creator of your reality. This is your journey. So what do you want to do? Let it go and know it is so. Know it is so. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Any action you take from that point on will be showing. What action can you take after you're pregnant or after you've gotten someone pregnant? What action can you take? It's done. It's growing. And in the right time and in the right place, it'll manifest. There's not much to do, is there? Really? Even going to your doctor's appointments, you don't really do much there. You look at the baby, maybe take some vitamins. You take a little inspired action from time to time. Maybe read a book to the growing child within you. Whatever it is that you do. But there's not much to do. And it's the same thing with manifesting money. It's the same thing with manifesting a new relationship. It's the same thing with manifesting wealth and prosperity. You let that energy go out, and you let it happen. So, next you're going to want to spend a few minutes in gratitude. Remember Thaddeus, he came back to Jesus to be grateful. So, you're going to want to take a few minutes and just enjoy the darkness, enjoy the silence, and be grateful for all that you are now receiving. Absolute certainty, total belief. 4 minutes to manifest a miracle. Here's some other videos to help you on your journey.